Thrownably rune system is a controversial topic. A lot of players have been complaining about the rune system, but they give really good stats. But the main issue that I have with the rune system is the management of it in your bag. You can only have 100 and the bag becomes full really quick. So in this video, I'll be covering which runes are the strongest and which runes you should just delete from your bag immediately. So let's jump into the video. Before we jump into today's video, make sure you guys check out ExitLag with my code SPID or the link in the description below. You get 3 days for free. If you guys are tired of wiping in dungeons, getting booted from farming runes because you're lagging or some ping issues, get ExitLag. I mean, it will help you farm your runes much faster. If you're doing PvP, it will be way less lag. So ExitLag helps you guys out with a 3 days free trial. And during the holiday season, guys, just test it out for yourself. If it works, use it. If it doesn't work, leave it. Just I use it for everything when I ever play games or anything. So make sure you guys use coupon SPID or check the link in the description below. Thank you. So the way I'm going to do it is impossible to get names of each rune inside of this. So I'm just going to call out the name, probably have the name of it on the video screen. We're going to start with the RedRunes. So let's jump into it. So the first red rune we want to talk about are the hit chance runes. Now hit chance, I would say, is a very strong A tier, top tier rune. You want to have high enough hit if you want to hit players with evasion, but you should be able to get that hit by just your gear. But hit is really good. Hit chance I would put here. However, ranged, melee, and magic hit chance I would put in front of it, because the ranged magic and the melee hit chance actually give you more stats. So if you're using double melee weapons or double magic weapons or double ranged weapons, you want to making sure that you're using the ranged or the melee one. But if you're using, like, for example, staff bow, then you want to go for the hit chance because it will help on both of them. But the hit chance doesn't give as much stats as the other ones, so that's really good to know. Next up on the red runes, we have a boss hit chance. We have boss hit chance, then we have boss melee range, and magic hit chance. I'll put them on F tier. They're not good at all. You don't need that high hit chance on bosses, and there's much better runes to use for a boss fight. So for PvE, the hit chance runes, boss hit chance runes, I will put them down here. Next up, you have the critical hit chance one. I will put the critical hit chance high tier. The normal critical chance I will put next to hit chance again on the A tier, and I'll put the melee, range, and magic critical chance higher. Remember, the one that is called melee, range, and magic, I'm going to say it again, gives you more stats. That way you want to always have them if you're playing the same either double melee, double magic, or double range. You always want to go for it. Even if you have like a build, if you're playing like bow staff, but you mainly just use the bow, you want to go for ranged critical chance, right? So the critical chance ones I'm going to put over here. When it comes to the boss critical chance ones for PvE, I say the PvE critical ones are good. They're much better than the hit ones. You could potentially place them up there, but the boss critical I'm going to put on B tier, and then the boss melee, range, and magic critical I'm going to put up on this A tier, because again, critical is really good, and being able to have the damage in PvP is good. Now the heavy attack ones. Now the heavy attack, all of the heavy attack ones goes here. However, again, the normal heavy attack also always goes below because it gives less stats, but heavy attack is one of the best, if not the best, skills in the game. And you do so much damage with heavy attack, so make sure if you have the rune, you should probably place the heavy attack on your main red runes. Boss heavy attack chance also goes up here for PvE. Again, the one that calls melee range magic always goes in front because they give more stats, and then the normal heavy attacks will be down below. The next up too is the buff duration. Buff duration is really strong. I'll put it high A tier. For classes that actually needs this, for tanks, for example, or other classes that use a lot of buff duration, it's good to have it on A tier. And then last, for red runes, we have skill damage boost. Skill damage boost is right next to heavy attack, one of the best skills that you can have in the game, or attributes or stats you can have in the game. So yeah, this is it. So heavy attack is all S tier, hit chance and critical is A tier, and then this is boss hit and boss critical. So that's how I put it. Always go for heavy, guys. I know you can stack critical for some classes, really good, but heavy attack will always be the better one to go in there. So this is the red runes. Let's jump into the yellow runes. Now the yellow runes is way easier to the rank. The best one you can get is skill damage resistance. Is by far the best yellow rune that you can get. Remember, on certain pieces you get different attributes, but if you can get skill damage resistance, always go for that. It's the best one by far. Next up, you have weaken resistance, which is F tier. Weaken resist. I mean, weaken resistance could be good for a specific spec. I could put it B tier. And stun resistant also is pretty decent because most of the stuns in the game you get stunned by several classes, which is good. So stun, I'm gonna put actually B tier. However, petrification resistance, I'm gonna put F tier. So, all of these resistance like silence resistance, fear resistance, bind resistance, silence resistance, horrible ones. Do not play with them. I mean, fear resistance, there's one PvP fear in the whole game, which is spear. Sleep resistance is just a wand that you have to stack high enough. Not useful at all. However, collision resistance could be good for players that are stacking collision resistance. If you already have high collision resistance, it would be good to stack collision resistance. I'm gonna put a high B tier for the collision resistance, not on the A tier. But all the other resistances, I'm not gonna put them high. Same goes for the chance runes. So weaken chance goes down here too. Weaken chance, yeah, I'm gonna put it down there too. Sleep chance, I'm gonna put down. I mean, if you're a sleeper, it could be useful. I'm gonna put it on B tier, so sleep chance could be pretty decent. But all the others like silence, bind, it's just not. Stun chance is good. We could put a B tier. But all these other weaken chance, they all go down here. I mean, very easily to know which ones. Like most of this, in my opinion, you shouldn't put any of this chance runes or weaken runes except skill damage resistance or collision resistance. All the others are like whatever. There's much better runes in the yellow ones that you can put. Next up, you have mana cost efficiency. Mana cost is high A tier. Is really, I mean, S tier probably in PvE. So if you're doing PvE, it would probably be S tier. So I'm just gonna put it S tier for now. Mana cost efficiency is really nice to have. Skill heal could be good for players that use healing, so that you will heal on skill. Healing received could also be good for like tanks. But rest of them like Amitoy healing and recovery crystal, I'm just gonna put it down here because is bad. So if you're gonna be investing in YellowRunes, skill damage resistance, guys, and mana cost efficiency for PvE, and then collision resistance and stuff for if you need something else. But this is the YellowRunes. Let's go to the BlueRunes. Now for the BlueRunes, we have melee endurance goes right up here with range. I mean, melee endurance, range endurance, magic endurance, all the evasions. You know what? I'm just gonna do this. It's much easier. All the endurance, melee ranged and magic, and all the evasion, melee ranged and magic is S tier. If you can stack up, really good. Stack up on whatever evasion you're stacking up. Do not, remember guys, it's really important. If you have 0 evasion, don't stack evasion because it's useless. If you have high evasion already, like 1,000, whatever, you can try to stack the same evasion, but don't stack evasion if you don't have to. I mean, this is a topic for another day, but endurance and evasion is by far the best. Next up with max health. Max health is also one of the best blue runes that you can have. So this is the runes that I would usually go for. The next up is health regen. I would say health regen is F tier. Why is this one here? Let's do this. Health regen is F tier. Max mana. Max mana could I want to say it could be decent, but like I'm gonna put it F tier too. Mana regen though, mana regen is pretty good for PvE and just generally. So I would put mana regen on A tier. Many builds needs it. It's really good. Melee heavy attack evasion, magic ranged and melee heavy attack evasion. I'll put it B tier. Now you need high enough, so if you want to get the attack evasion, you need to build a lot of attack evasion, because if somebody has 500 heavy attack chance and you only have like 50 or 100 attack evasion, it's not going to help you. You have to stack it high enough. So I'm going to put it on B tier for now. Melee, range, and magic defense, I'm gonna put F tier. They give minimal stats. A lot of people have like 2,000 defenses, so getting like 60 defense from max rune, it's not really worth it. You get way more out of the endurance ones and from max health, in my opinion. So all the endurance and evasions up here with max health. mana regen here, and then heavy attack evasion, all that stuff here, and the rest of them are everything else. Heavy attack, max mana, health regen, all the stuff. It's not worth it. So that is my tier list for the runes. Everything in F tier or B tier, in my opinion, you guys can actually delete. You don't need them. Just if you get them in your bag. Let me just show you guys. Let's open the bag real quick in my game. Boom. Let's see here. Boss magic hit chance, horrible. Just delete that thing. You know what I'm saying? Colibris is good, you know, like I said, for me it's good because I use it. Heavy attack chance, delete it. You're like, oh my god, Spit, why? No, you don't need this. You want melee heavy attack chance, so delete that, you know. This is the one I want, melee heavy attack chance, right? Boss critical hit chance, it's good, but I don't need it. Boss heavy attack chance is good, we want that. So this is how basically how you can do it. Just go through your stuff. Melee heavy hit chance is good. Normal hit chance I delete. Boss magic heavy attack delete. So you guys get my point. But that is the runes tier list. Hopefully this video helped you guys out understanding which runes are good or not. I know I didn't cover the chaos runes because chaos runes is a video for another day because it's going to take a while for people to get it. Right now people are already grinding the normal runes. So these are my tier list on the runes. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree in the comments below. Check this video right here. And guys, I'm almost hitting 50,000 subs. So if you guys want to, help me hit that, I appreciate it. Thank you. Take it easy. Bye-bye.